Hello, welcome to Sip Tea Tarot. My name is Gina, or spiritually Gina, and I encourage you to live from your soul. Today we are doing weekly predictions. And today for tea, I have moringa. And then I also have calendula, and it has honey in it. So very lovely tea today. So before we get started, I did a poll and we decided that we will do weekly predictions. I also will be writing down time stamps as we go along as well. This will do. But before we get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and cleanse the space. By the way, you never have to use sage or burn anything. I personally, though, do love burning sage. It's very refreshing and also has scientific benefits like destroying bacteria, etc., etc. So I like using it. And it smells amazing. All right. So, welcome again. So I want to begin like we did last time. Well, not last time, but on one of my previous streams, I had us begin with some energy healing, and so that's what we will be doing today. Just a little short session, not anything super long or aggressive. I will recommend having some water nearby so you can drink when you're done. And of course, before we get started with that, I do have specials today for donated readings. Well, first we could start with just doing the logistical stuff that I probably should have done before. It's okay. As we gain momentum, we also gain experience. And so I'm sure that is the case with this as well. Mm-hmm. Energy healing really serves as a bridge to become more present in our bodies, to tap into our bodies more. And as we tap into our bodies more, we tap into our intuition, we can tap into our psychic abilities. We just become more opened people, more opened individuals. So now we will begin. I don't think there's anything else I have to do with this. Yeah, so we will begin the energy healing portion. Grounding in our bodies, uncrossing your feet if they're crossed, or just simply creating a line with either hand on either leg, starting from your toes and feeling how connected you are to the surface beneath you, tracing up your awareness through your legs, your knees, and the portion of your leg that is connected to what you're sitting on or laying on. If you're laying down, slightly different. Coming to a nice, even seat, very upright, nice posture through your buttock area. Feeling your torso, gazing upon your belly button, making your way to your chest, tracing down your arms, your fingers, your hands, through your shoulders, your neck, and finally your face and the back of your head. Now noticing how expanded you feel in your body. We're going to be focusing on the heart chakra today. Anahata. Anahata chakra means unstruck in Sanskrit. So I want you to imagine a beautiful light coming from the earth, anchoring you, moving through the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, piercing Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, coming to Manipura, the solar plexus. And now that you are grounded in this light, we will now visualize a light coming, expanding from Sahasrara, the crown chakra, meeting Agnya, the third eye, going down into Vishuddha, the throat chakra, and these two lights meeting in Anahata, the heart chakra. Grounding your energy for the duration of this healing in the Anahata chakra. I am now opening up the space for energy healing. a toddler energy. So ourselves, when we were toddlers, came through. So I'm sending some energy to that specific version of ourselves. Breathing in deeply and sighing into that space. And so now I am inviting in beautiful rose energy from Goddess Kuan Yin is what came through. And we all know that she is the goddess of compassion, and she hears the cries of thousands. And so we are inviting in pink roses into our heart space. Also sending some love to the roses as well. Now coming back more into the body, taking some deep breaths. Taking another deep breath. And as you exhale, press your shoulder blades together and press down in your body. Another deep breath. Rotating your shoulders upwards and pressing them together on the exhale. And one more. Shoulders up and pressing them together. And coming back, wow, into your body, opening your eyes. That was so powerful. So everything is sealed, especially with that motion we did towards the end there. So you don't have to worry about that. And I will definitely take a sip of water, take a sip of tea, whatever you have. Hello, Miss Andrea Hector. Thank you for joining. Today we are doing weekly predictions, and that is the portion that I am moving into now. And I still forgot to record the time beforehand, but that's okay, because I know it's kind of when I had my eyes closed. With this, in the portion of your leg that is on, yeah, so we will begin the energy healing. Alright, so it's not giving me a time. I'll just have to grab it later. Okay. Anyways, I'll have to be more mindful about that. So now we are beginning the weekly predictions portion of this live stream. And so I'm diligent about this. Anyways, I have to be more mindful about that. 25, so now we are 45. Beginning the weekly predictions portion of this live stream. Okay. So I want to begin with rune. I've been working a lot with the runes lately, and I've been quite enjoying them. I've been enjoying the messages that come through with them. So you're going to see first one. Let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to focus on the 3 aspects of the mind. So that will be the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, and the superconscious mind, okay? And this is mirrored in things like the sun, moon, stars, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, even with Carl Jung, or no, Frederick, excuse me, Freud, Freud, I think he even did the subconscious, conscious, supraconscious. But he had the ego, id, and superego was his. That's why I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, this super ego. So basically, we're just focusing on that. I don't want to get too much into that, but I want you to also understand what we're doing here. So, for the feminine aspect, okay. And then the masculine aspect popped right on out. This one came out for someone yesterday, so how cool. And then for the superconscious mind, the intuitive mind, we have this one. Well, whatever it is, we'll figure it out. Alright, and so I'm also want to cast my cards here for the archetypes that we will be embodying as well. And we will also have 3 from here also. All right, for the feminine aspect. And even the Bible does it too, I guess. God, the masculine and the feminine, technically exist in a certain trinity. And even, you know, the masculine, feminine, and the child as well. So the pattern is there. The pattern is encoded. It's just a very quiet pattern. Feminine, please. My hands feel kind of cold, so let me give them a little shake. Okay. We have the Exorcist. And I'm curious to also see how the rune and the card itself matches up too. So that's going to be very fun. I swear the masculine card always just like flips itself out like so forcefully. We have Artist here. And then we have Liberator. I'm loving this energy for the collective weekly predictions. And then we have Advocate here. And I'll also be doing a pick a card. I'm gonna stick with the 2 that we used last time, because why not? It's here. So we will have Power 1 and then Power 2. So you can also get that in mind for you to pick your more specific weekly predictions and what you will be experiencing. So as for, again, the collective weekly predictions, I guess is what I should have more accurately called this. I will also be pulling my tarot cards, and then we will hop into the interpretation. I'm seeing it, but slightly. We are definitely, though, leading ourselves to victory. Wow, yeah, we are leading ourselves to victory, basically. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see a wand, like the Six of Wands, maybe even the Ace of Wands. And victory also through a certain softness as well. We have the Three of Swords. I think my Three of Swords card is honestly preconceived notions that may or may not be in your benefit. But see, in traditional Tarot de Marseille, the Three of Swords is a card of victory as well. So that theme of victory coming in again, actually. And also these two cards coming out together. We have here the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. I feel that this is a very determined attitude. We have the Three of Pentacles here. The Three of Pentacles versus the Three of Cups. You know, what's the difference there? And a bit terror theory, I guess, more some minds of that. But I feel this is just a very determined mindset that I'm seeing here. And, you know, using your perceived setbacks as continuously marching towards the road of your personal success. And we do have the Hermit card here. And the beauty of the Hermit card is that it is a card of wisdom. And the crux of the Hermit card is that it's a card of, like, wisdom often comes from tribulation, you know? But it could also be, and this honestly could, you know, illustrate the Buddha's journey as well, because the Buddha gained his wisdom but through hardship, and that's what often is encouraged as well. And I feel this is pulling from the back of the deck, by the way. I also feel here with this, I'm just seeing the same message, that's why I'm keep pulling, and then I'll stop eventually. But with this Knight of, excuse me, King of Cups here, it's a very seasoned energy. So I feel that there's something in your emotional body that could be of benefit towards you. So I feel that you are being called to sit in silent meditations and tap into your emotional astral bodies at this time. For this is kind of going to be advanced at this point in time, but you know, this is talking about astral travel essentially, and specifically working with the emotional body to gain a certain perspective. And this perspective could have been acquired through past life as well, because we do have Exorcist here, and the light is freeing yourself and others from others of destructive impulses. So letting go of, and again, that's going to be housed in the emotional body. And we have this energy of freedom here because we have Liberator, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So this thought pattern is literally located in your astral body, and it's coming up at this time to be released. And we are going into full, wow, this is getting so interesting. I didn't know what was going to come out, but this is what it is, I guess. We're going into this full moon in Virgo currently, and we all know that full moons are about culmination, about what do we need to release. And so this is again going to be something that is in your astral body that is wanting to be addressed at this time. And we also have artist card, And then light attributes, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And this is your masculine energy. So coming in as a masculine energy and being crossed with the Knight of Pentacles. We are really being guided to something about freeing our spirits. Now is the time to really free our spirits. And we always have this opportunity, but I feel that this point in time is very, very specific because we all have cards here expressing a certain amount of freedom, expressing a certain amount of the intangible as well. And we have on the card here Advocate with damsel behind it. And we have inspires you to put compassion into action, understanding the healthy nature of romance inspires you to rely on yourself. And then we also have here Vampire with Child Wounded. And we did have, wow, how interesting, because we did have our toddler selves come up. So this could be an emotional pattern stemming from toddlerhood. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to know exactly what it is, but I feel that especially when you begin to sit in silent meditations, at least 5 minutes, honestly 20 will be more beneficial for you. Like sometimes you have to dig a little bit deep. We have to dig a little bit deep, and we have warrior or slave. Damn, the option to be a slave to our circumstances or the option to rise above them. And that's kind of just what it is in this world. It seems like so hot off the tongue, but I feel that it is what it is. We can either be a slave to our circumstances or rise above them and feel what it means to be a shapeshifter, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. And this is kind of goes back to animism. I would say that the core of my spiritual practice is animism, meaning the divine exists within everything. And this is an African tradition, actually, from the peoples that this body comes from, so that I come from. And I just really resonate with that. God, these cards are like telling a story, a whole story today. Very beautiful. I'm going to stop there because I can keep going on and on, because you also have Father card there, and we have the masculine energies present. We have the Hermit, the King of Cups, and the King of Swords as well. This King of Swords is honestly very interesting. I feel that this could represent not a block on our spirits, but I'm going to get a card of clarification there, eh? I want to dive a little bit deeper into that one. But yeah. And we have the Knight of Swords. Swift action. Also warrior energy. And we have a lot of masculine energy here present. So this could be about definitely cultivating masculine energy, a masculine mindset, a very stoic attitude. I feel that in the spiritual community, I don't want to say, I'm not lambasting the spiritual community at all. But I would say that we do embrace the feminine energy, but we don't really embrace any aspects or many aspects of the masculine impulse, in my opinion. So I just feel that this is kind of about embracing a stoic mindset, embracing a stoic attitude. Again, going back to, are we going to be a slave to our circumstances, or are we going to rise above? Are we going to see the potential in everything? What card was that? Oh yeah, that was the animism card that I pulled. Shapeshifter, yeah. Ability to see the potential in everything. I'm going to keep this card out, because this is the kind of the attitude that we need to have in order to do great things. We kind of have to, believe in the impossible and not allow the rational mind to hinder us. And it also goes back to how the rational mind can serve us by creating systems through which our creative chi to flow. So it's not even about necessarily disregarding the masculine completely, but rather integrating him in a way that serves our purpose, serves our cause. Because a masculine energy is going to be, again, the very stoic energy, a very can do spirit. I'm going to tap a little bit more into this King of Swords if my course will open. Gosh, it always does this. Always, always, always. Freaking. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. I'm like, say, freaking. Um, PowerPoint can be so annoying. Words, where are you? Alright. So, King of Swords. Things seen clearly and objectively, focused on the future, mind is calm, discernment, mastery over desires and passions, and power belongs to the self. Awareness is, this is basically ego consciousness, and also associated with Aquarius, very assertive and alert, focused thinker and socially conscious. Big picture is seen and understood. Unattachment is on key, maybe even facing uncertainty. Knowledge is extensive, actions from truth, preparation. So knowing that you have everything you need in your personal toolbox to overcome whatever situation that you are currently in. So very, very powerful card the King of Swords is, especially when you read it from the more Tarot de Marseille esoteric version, because what I like about Tarot de Marseille, and then I'm going to move into personal messages really soon here, but what I like about Tarot de Marseille is that it has a shadow version of the card, it has the integrated version of the card, and it also has the city version of the card. So it really goes back to those three layers of consciousness that we operate from: the shadow aspect, the conscious aspect, and the super conscious aspect, the intuitive aspect, and how all those parts play off of each other, and how we need a little of all, but mostly supra consciousness, I would say. We need to have that awareness. We also have the Eight of Wands here, guys. Love it. All right, so I would say that that kind of sums up the collective messages here. We can be a slave to our circumstances, or we can have a warrior mindset, adopt a stoic mindset, keep hold to the vision, and really working with our astral bodies. Really working with our astral bodies and the emotional aspect of things, making sure that it's very calm, cool, collected, detached. Because when you have that ego perspective, that's sort of how it will be, or how it should be. And I guess I should also do the runes here. I'm just going to use this sheet. It's a little bit not as expressive as the book, but I think the sheet will do today. And even, by the way, I guess we can go over this really quickly before we do that. Aura, just sum it up. So our aura is the energy field we have around us, and it consists of our physical body, which is in a 3D, then our astral body, which is our emotions, desires, emotional impulses, which is what we are focusing on, our mental body, the way we think, and also very sensitive to collective, depending on who you are, extra sensitive to the collective, causal body, and that's why science is important. Causal body, higher octave of the physical body, this is where the soul is, Akashic records, evolution when you die, involution when you come back to earth. And then there's also the ludic body, which is the higher aspect of the astral body, and then the atmic body, which is the city state, also known as the mental body, and the monadic body, which is the primal essence of divine consciousness, also the causal body in the higher octave. So that basically just goes over a way to view consciousness, I suppose. And yeah, I resonate with it. I see it. I also know that there's more to it, maybe even less to it. The universe is a weird place. The universe is what you make it. Alrighty, so I'm going to keep out these cards. And also grab that sheet again. Go over the ruins. We have X. Wow. This is divine interaction. So we are interacting with the divine. This one, I drew this one for someone. Oh wow, this is divine protection. Knowing that we are divinely protected. And we have, wow, protection again. So we are doubly and divinely protected. So I guess now we are starting to begin part 1. Alright, so part 1. Again, you can pick this one, the pyrite, or the amethyst. Alright, so welcome to reading part 1. This will be for if you chose pyrite. This will be your message. This will be your weekly predictions. What archetypes will you interact with? What energies can you expect? And also a card of guidance from Spirit for the week ahead. So 2 energies. What will my power ones, what archetypes will they be interacting with throughout the week? We have Detective, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Definitely Scorpio vibes here. Having that depth, wow. And we have Networker. Enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. I feel this week for you, my pal ones, will be about you definitely getting to the bottom of truth around you, but also I feel really establishing community and what that means to you. So I feel like this is kind of your week ahead. First talks about a certain internal introspection, and we have intuition, which comes internally. So there is this quietness here, but then there's also this more boisterous, more external, and not in a bad way. I feel some words could be used both ways, even if they have more so negative connotation. But yes, networker. You know, someone that puts themselves out there, that, you know, are with other people, that are just in that social circle. And so that's what I'm seeing for you. That delicate balance for this week ahead, and focusing on both. And you notice how even the colors are very much kind of the same. They all like playing on both sides of yourself, playing on all sides of your personality. I think we have Scribe here, Vampire, and Child Wounded. I feel a certain gentleness in the energy here. So approaching situations from that perspective, and making sure that you're properly charging your energy and giving from a place of overflow, as we always should, but we always don't. All right, so let's get some tarot cards for your next 3 days, your next 5 days, your next 7 days. So your next 3 days. Wow, we have the Three of Swords coming in again in the same position as the collective there. Okay, your next 5 days. Same energy of the heart the next 7 days. Wow. So this week, Two of Cups. This week, my pal number ones, you'll really be encouraged to stay in your heart area, to stay in the heart, as you are traversing throughout your week. There could be some perceived disappointment that happen towards the beginning of the week, or just something that is kind of unexpected, but really it's like working out in your favor, basically. I think I said this in the beginning. You can go back and watch it. And the traditional Tarot de Marseille, the Three of Swords is more so associated with basically primary ideas, thoughts that have merit, thoughts that have basis, thoughts that have boundaries. So it's a very tricky card, and it's actually Saturn in Libra. And if we didn't know, that Saturn is basically exalted in Libra, Saturn likes Libra. So this card is basically kind of like making things work for you, I feel. And just, I feel tapping into your heart when all else fails, when all else is unclear. Staying in the heart area will be very beneficial for you. And we have here the Page of Cups with the Emperor behind it. So definitely growing into your emotions. And with the Four of Swords here, you're being asked to stay on a steady course. And just knowing that I feel a sense of emotional steadiness from you, which I like. All right, I'm gonna use this deck. Wisdom of the Oracle. OG, I love this deck. Let's see what guidance you have overall for the week ahead. What do you want my pal ones to know? Okay. Have here. Ooh, my favorite card coming in again. This came out for someone yesterday. Blessed. Ugh, love this card. Knowing that you, and this purple energy coming in again. So maybe this week wearing some more purples, some more pinks to support your aura, or just, I don't know, being in the color, you know. But yeah, we even have that color here as well. So I think that would be your reading. I don't think I have to explain anything else. It's very clear here. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, especially if you like me, my vibe, my content. And I hope to see you at another Sip Tea Tarot. All right, I'm gonna put that back. Hello and welcome to Reading Part 2s. This will be for if you chose the beautiful amethyst. This will be your reading. Taking a sip of tea just to ground a little bit, and I will hop into your reading. Alright, so we will be taking a look at what archetypes you will be experiencing this week. What energy will Pal choose be experiencing? Ooh, wow. We have the mother here. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth to life. Oh, and let me get that time though. Okay. Wow. Really interesting. We have Messiah. So we have Mother and Messiah with Slave on the bottom of the deck. So I feel that this talks about knowing that you have a greater purpose in life and maybe you aren't fully expressing what that is currently, and so you are just being, I feel, called to continuously express your gifts, express your talents, express what it is that you truly want to do in the world, and not, think from this slave based mentality, this like mentality of that there's something, you know giving your willpower to an external force out of fear. And it has the making your own choices. But I feel that talks about our consciousness that we have perpetuated kind of all throughout society. And then we have light attribute. There's always something to be grateful for, right? Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So I feel, and with visionary behind that, and again with Messiah and Mother, I feel this is trust in your vision. Trust in what you know it is that you're here to do. Trust. Alright, so we're going to see what will be happening 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. And we will pull your oracle guidance for the week. And I will close the stream. Alright. In 3 days, what will be happening with my Powtoos? We have the Ten of Swords. Okay. in 5 days what will be happening with my 5 how-tos. Okay. I think this is a return to an inner vision and a 9 of cups in the bottom of the deck with the 7 of wands. This may have been something that feels very arduous, very challenging, very, soul and spirit, maybe even spirit sucking with the martyr card here, but also spirit and soul fueling as well. So again, that duality coming in. And the beginning of the reading, we got the King of Swords. And so you have the Queen of Swords, which is his counterpart. So we're going to go ahead and see what medicine the Queen of Swords has to offer us today. We are really in the realm of swords today. So we are moving through our minds a lot. And I guess working through belief systems that just, are over for us, The medicine from the Ten of Swords is that we have reached harmony with our hearts, We have the complete picture of reality. We are freed from prison, and the energy of freedom coming in again. So, yes, Sun and Gemini. Very interesting card. And with the Queen of Swords, her medicine is that she can be someone that makes decisions with a compassion and fairness, She has a strong head and a balanced heart. She remains unbiased. She is preparing something within herself. So she's still, I feel, growing and learning, the Queen of Swords. She's the card of growing and learning, definitely. Okay. Possibly some Tower moments even here. Some realizations. The Tower card there. Alright, so this week will be, I'm going to say, somewhat challenging for you. By pile number 2s, but that's okay. We love a good challenge in the 3D realm. That means the payoff is even sweeter. So we have the tribe and we have imagine. So first, making your inner world a place that you want to be in the here and now. Making your inner world a place you want to be in the here and now. And also knowing that you are attracting a beautiful tribe around you. And I feel that you are being acknowledged for your perseverance, I feel. I feel this is especially for someone that is pursuing a goal or something that they want to accomplish. So yeah, I think that will be the end of your reading, my pal number 2s. And thus, we have completed Sit Tea Tarot. Session number 3, I believe. Fun stuff. Thank you everyone that hung out for however long you did. Gonna take another sip here. And so I hope to see you back on the channel, especially if you like me, my vibe, my content. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. Namaste.